Catherine here, and welcome to yet another episode of Find Your Way Back, where I'll be interviewing amazing individuals that have taken the step and moved back to Ghana. On today's episode, we have the beautiful Christina. Christina is CEO of SkinByAme and Amè Et Emy clothing brand. So, Chrissy, can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
Absolutely. So I am a 26-year-old Ghanaian-American who has recently decided to come back to Ghana.
Wow.
Yes.
So were you born in America then?
I was.
Okay.
I was born in America, in New York.
Okay.
Yes, and I've lived there half of my life and have moved to Philadelphia for school and work.
So growing up, did you come to Ghana often, or it was only when you got a bit older? What was that like for you?
Yeah, I did. I came to visit and actually stayed for a year or two.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I went to school in Medina.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I returned back to New York.
Okay.
Went to undergrad in Philadelphia, went for my master's in Philadelphia, and then started working
Nice.
there.
So through in the middle of that, you always come to Ghana during holidays, or
Actually, no.
really?
No, yeah. 2 years or 3 years ago now is when I started coming back to Ghana.
Okay.
Pretty much when I started my business.
Wow. So what made you come back to Ghana? Was it to see home, to, like you said, start your businesses?
Yeah,
what was it?
to see home. Yeah. I had a shift in my life at one point, and I came across a very simple quote, and I'm certain you've seen it before. And the quote is, "Go where you feel most alive."
Of course.
And
Always.
yes, and where I currently was, figuratively and geographically, just wasn't doing it for me.
Okay.
And so I said, why not go back to where my soul was actually created? Go back home.
No place like home, right?
Exactly. So one day in February, I booked the ticket and came, and just everything happened since then.
Wow.
2 years ago.
So let's speak about your businesses, because I've been watching and you have not one business, but two successful businesses. So can you please tell us more about your businesses?
So my first one is a skincare brand. We focus on organic skincare, very simplified skincare. We believe in not using chemicals, additives, and most importantly, my grandmother. Anyone has seen her, you know, she is absolutely stunning,
Yes.
being 100 years old, and her skin is beautiful. So that stems from her. Just what she used growing up, that's what she uses now, shea butter.
And so your grandma is how old?
100 years old.
100 years old.
100 years old.
And the secret is sun and shea butter.
Yes.
Wow.
So I kind of, reinvented
Of
it
course,
a little bit.
yeah.
Whipped versions of shea butter, added natural additive fragrances like lavender,
Right.
whatever, things like that. And then the second brand is a clothing brand.
Nice.
Yes, handmade in Ghana by two seamstresses that employed here, men and women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
So what birthed that idea? I mean, I can tell your, fashion sense is honestly up there. So what started that brand for you? What was it?
I think what started it was just my friends, family, and followers on social media constantly asking me where I get my things from. But what they didn't know was that I would just come up with the design myself. Like I would literally sketch it and then send a picture to my cousin, who is just so talented, and she's the other half of the business.
Oh, nice.
And she would create this piece for me, and then she'll ship it to me, and I would wear it.
Wow.
So then I figured, why not share these ideas? Why not share this clothing with other people? So that's what it is.
So that started here in Ghana, and then she'll ship it out to you in the States.
Yes.
Wow.
And then we would ship all
Over the world.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So how long have both businesses been running for?
SkinByAme has been running for, I would say, 3.5 years now. And the clothing line has only been 1 year.
Wow.
But I've launched 3 collections in 1 year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what is it that has helped you run both businesses from Ghana? Do you have a team? Is it constant motivation that you find online? What is it that helps you?
God. But no, I don't have a big team in Ghana. It's just the seamstresses, honestly. But it's the life that I want to create for myself.
Yes.
I think is what motivates me.
Of course.
And most importantly, the fact that I employ mostly women.
Okay. Why is that?
because I want to prove a point that we can do it too.
We can do it all.
We can do it all. Down to the photographers, the editors that I use, they are Black women. And that's very intentional.
Wow.
Yeah, and just bringing money back into my country in my small way.
Yes.
But employing people here is very important.
It is. It's very beneficial. So in terms of finding these employees, how do you go about finding them? Are they individuals you already know? Do you put out word of mouth? How do you go about the process?
Yeah, it's usually word of mouth.
Okay.
And then what I do is I like to meet the person without them knowing that I'm seeking them for a job.
Okay.
Because I want to see how they are as just a person.
Right.
Are they kind? Are they kind to the waiter? Are they kind to the gas station guy? Because you're always going to be kind to me because I'm paying you. But I want you to be a kind person when no one is around.
Yes.
Right? So I typically like to meet people word of mouth. I'll meet them to see how their energy is, because energy speaks to me.
Of course.
And then I'll reach out to them days later, like, okay, so I actually like you as a person, and I know that you sew, or I know that you do this, so I will work with you. And that's how I found everyone.
That's amazing. So in terms of their work and the standard and your standard, you give them a sample piece to make, or you just let them be free and autonomous and do what they feel comfortable? How does that?
Definitely, I pretty much dictate the design and what I want them to do.
Right.
But yes, they do start off with a sample to actually make sure their work is up to par.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And same for the skincare. The women that I employed that make the shea butter and the black soap, they had to make it first for me to use.
Yes, of
and
course.
I used it for a month before I started selling it.
Okay.
Because some people like to use more palm oil, which makes it more yellow.
Okay.
And some people like unrefined shea butter, which is more white. You know, so testing was very important.
Okay.
First,
Wow. So now you're back here in Ghana. Are you here to stay? What is the plan?
And I don't know. I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here.
For now.
I'm trying to live in the moment.
Okay.
And I'm trying to let, just the energy guide me. The moment I feel like I've had enough, or it begins to be negative, then I'll leave. Not like when it becomes hard, because it was hard the moment I landed.
Of course.
Right? But just when it just doesn't feel right anymore. But right now, it's been feeling absolutely right. It's been feeling amazing. So I think I'm here to stay.
I love that for you, honestly. So you being here, do you have family and friends that can help you around, or you sort of did your research before coming? How was that process like for you?
Yeah, I do have family and friends.
Okay.
Tons of them.
That's good.
My mother retired from the States 3 years ago.
Nice.
And she moved back.
Okay.
Yeah, so
3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Okay, nice.
So
Okay.
that's always been her dream to move back to Ghana.
Yes.
And so maybe I learned from her, you know. So she lives here.
Nice.
My maternal grandmother lives here. My 10 aunties and uncles live here.
Amazing.
And so we have like 30 cousins in total.
Amazing. Yeah. You don't need anyone else, really.
I mean, it's nothing. It didn't even feel like a move. I just kept saying, I'm going
back home. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not moving. I'm just going home.
That's amazing. So being here, what are 2 things that, I don't want to use the word dislike, but what are 2 things you wish could be changed about Ghana?
One thing I would say would be perhaps the lack of urgency of workers.
Too relaxed?
Too relaxed.
Yeah.
I will tell you to do something, and in an hour you'll come back and ask me, should you start? Okay. Or you would be halfway done by now. So no, just a little bit more urgency with workers.
Yeah.
And then secondly, I would just say perhaps the networking.
Okay, elaborate.
Yes. So it's very, very positive. However, I think that people like to gain from you before they decide to work with you.
Yes.
Whereas in the States, it's let's work together first, and then we'll see what we can gain from each other afterwards.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
But here it seems to be a take, enjoy, and then I'll be back type of, energy here.
Yeah.
So I'm learning how to maneuver.
So that's something you've experienced.
Absolutely.
So how have you dealt with that? You just fell back and gone to
I
where
just
you,
myself
yeah.
I do that so that I'm not belittled.
Okay.
And I do that so I'm not, thought of as not serious.
Right.
But oftentimes as human beings, when you prove yourself to someone, they actually want, be involved in you even more.
Yeah.
Business, platonic relationships in general, So once you state your case and say you're here for business, I'm here for business, I'm serious.
Yes.
And this is what I do. I think people then take you serious. So you just have to stand your ground.
That's true. So Chrissy, you mentioned two things that you don't particularly like about being in Ghana. What do you like about Ghana? What do you love about Ghana?
Yeah. I love everything about Ghana, honestly.
The traffic.
There's beauty in the traffic. You can rest a bit.
I like what you did there.
But I love the freeness of Ghana. I feel free when I'm here.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of energy that I can't explain.
Yeah.
And again, it's probably based on my soul and what it's seeking,
Yes.
So I love everything about Ghana.
That's amazing. I feel like you're in the right place and you're doing amazing. And you just glow. You're glowing, literally.
Everyone says that.
You're glowing. So what's more to come for both businesses? What do you have in store? What's the plan?
Yeah, so much.
So much?
Yes. So I'm hoping to open a showroom here.
Amazing.
Where we can take measurements and have your items created there for you. So right now, we're testing out this template of a person placing an order through WhatsApp.
Okay.
We want to make this super convenient.
Yeah.
And I know Ghana people, we love WhatsApp, right? So you send us your name, your measurements, and the piece that you would like.
Okay.
It would be created within 5 days. You would pay before it gets done.
Of course.
And then it would be delivered to you.
Okay. Delivered right to your doorstep.
To your doorstep.
For free.
For free.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No dispatch charges.
No dispatch charges.
Wow.
We take care of that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's all about convenience.
Yes.
And it's all about making a woman and man get exactly what they want. So it's bespoke.
Okay.
It's based on your measurements. We know it'll fit, and we know you love it because you came to us wanting it.
Yeah.
So that is really key. And I realized that the more convenient things are in Ghana, the more people flock to it, especially our generation.
Of course. Yeah.
So if a girl sees it on Monday and she says, I need this dress for a wedding on Sunday, we'll have it to her by Saturday.
That's amazing. Yeah. Love that convenience. What else for the skincare? Do you have more in store for the skincare?
I do. Starting in March, we will start selling here.
Amazing.
Through a friend of mine's nail salon that she'll be opening, like a beauty
amazing.
bar.
Okay.
Yeah, so we will, in East Legon. So we will be available to purchase in Accra for the first time ever.
Wow.
Because it's always been e-commerce.
Okay.
So then we'll have that now. And we're creating kits. And I've realized over COVID, people love bundle kits.
Yes.
People want their body butters, their body scrub, and their facial cream all in one. Yeah. So creating these kits will be super exciting and just like finding what people like, what they need. And so, yeah.
That's amazing. So with all these amazing things you have going on, what is the main message that Chrissy wants to put out there? What do you intend to do here, like as you're here in Ghana?
Man, I don't know. It's really just to, that's a hard one.
Really?
It is. Because I don't have a direct answer to it.
Yeah.
I just know that I want to put out positive energy. And the way that I know is through my businesses and by employing people, helping people have money for their families.
Of course.
And we know that oftentimes men are the breadwinners. So that's why I'm intentional with
the ladies.
With hiring women so they can also go home with a nice check at the end of the month, like their husband.
That's amazing.
So just to create the little bit of change that people can remember me by. That was the main idea for starting the businesses. I wanted to be remembered for something, but I wanted it to be connected to Ghana, period.
So you knew that some way, somehow, you always find your way back here.
I knew it. I knew it. I just didn't want to come.
Okay.
But I wanted to come with a plan, and I did. And I started the plan retrospectively, actually. So I started the businesses years before I came here, and that was intentional because I wanted to see how it would do, just resource-based. So getting my materials from here, getting the products from here, but how will it sell over the States, right? And then that worked well. So then I figured, why not take it back to the people that I got it from?
So for people who want to move back and they're struggling, they don't know what to do, who to speak to, what advice would you give to them in terms of making the steps to come back home?
Yeah. So I'm going to be very honest, and I would say,
please do.
Yes. Number one and only rule: make sure you have money.
Okay.
One thing I learned about Ghana is no matter how much research you do, things do not plan out the way you want them to be once you arrive. But if you have money, you will be fine.
Yeah.
Because you will find an apartment tonight if you have the cities.
Right.
But if you don't have it, then it will be very difficult.
Okay.
So I would say save as much as you can before you come.
Okay.
Obviously, research your accommodation as well, but make sure you have the funds. Don't come if you don't have the funds.
Yeah.
Because it will just cause a mental stress for you, and then you won't be able to do what you came here for.
Okay.
So
how many months in advance did you save for?
I was just here in September, October.
Okay.
So it only took me about 3 months, but that's because I did have a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
I have 2 businesses, and I pretty much went ghost those past 3 months, and I was only paying my mortgage, literally, and I saved.
So it was just the 3 months.
Yes.
Prior to coming in October, you didn't.
No, I didn't make up my mind that I was coming then.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm a very calculated, logical Leo woman. So this decision was extremely radical, but it felt so right. And I did not want to do a disservice to God or the universe and go against it, so I just came and did it.
And it's worked out for you.
It's worked so beautifully.
It's amazing.
And I won't lie, things aren't perfect.
Yeah,
things are not the way I want them to be, but I'm here and I'm breathing and I'm happy.
And as long as you're here, it's gonna get done, right?
Absolutely.
You'll reach your goal.
Absolutely.
I really do believe that, honestly. So what other advice would you give? So you said save. What else would you say?
I would also say to obviously have a plan.
Of course.
Even if it may not work out the way you want it to, you still need to have a tangible plan.
Right.
And lastly, I would say to be sure to have a why. You can't come to Ghana if you don't have a why.
Yes.
Unless you're going to go live in Obri and just be like a vegan.
I know, right?
Like, earthy and whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're coming to Accra,
and you want to maintain the same lifestyle that you're used to,
you must have a why.
Right.
Because your why is what will motivate you every single day.
Okay.
So have a why, have a purpose, and let that purpose be bigger than just money.
Okay.
It has to be something with much more substance than money, because money will always come and money will always go.
Exactly.
But what you believe in your heart and your purpose, it will guide you forever. Even if you're dirt broke, if you have your purpose, you won't fail.
You're perfect. You're good to go. Wow, that's amazing. I've actually taken so many gems from this conversation.
I'm so
I
glad.
honestly appreciate it so much. So, do you have any final words?
I would say to everyone, come.
Come
Just
home.
come home. Come visit. Come stay. But just come and see what we have.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Find Your Way Back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
That's when I was like, actually, yeah, Ghana, this is it.
This is it.
This is where I'm supposed to be, because I'm more happier here.
That's good. That's all that matters.
There's so much more peace.
Steady moving, it's how we do things. Welcome to the land of the free. How you do it? Daily grooving, it's how we do things. Smiling like the sun at the beach. Now get moving. From a this, Mpakada.